Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 410 Life and Travel. This episode, we bought some new toys for the Raptor. That's right, we're finally getting into the off-road lighting game. There's a previous episode where I put the A-pillar lights on. Go ahead and click the box over here or check the link down below in the description and you can go watch that video. I would appreciate it. Also, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Helps the channel out. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking this channel out. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, first things first, I want to give a huge shout out to John at SPV Specialty Performance Parts. His customer service, pricing, the whole nine, it's been extraordinary. So if you have a Jeep, Ford, Chevy, go check him out for all your off-road lighting and other needs. And let's get into it. So these two, these are some S2s. This is going to be for another episode. Let's get them out of here. This bad boy is what we're going to be working with. This is the Baja Designs S8. Take this off just so you guys can see it. This is the S8. This is going to be for the lower grill. It's a 10-inch lower grill. And what I liked about the stuff that John did, let me go to my other package here. John, let me unwrap this. So John provided these brackets. I know it's hard to tell, but these brackets go on either side. Sorry about the extra wiring. These brackets go on the either side of this light and hold the light into the lower grill. As you can tell, I modified the brackets a little bit for me. These have some off-road / emergency lights for my job. So it was easy to modify them to John's bracket, which I appreciate. You can see the SPV there. And brackets worked out well for what I'm going to be doing with it. So let's get into putting this sucker together. Okay. So because, like I said, customer service is great, John includes all these instructions, and we're going to try to be somewhat cautious and read the directions here. So I briefly read through them, and basically what you see here is how it's going to get set up. You get one light on this, one bracket on this side, one bracket on this side, and then we're going to take the light bar out to the truck and hook the GoPro up and show you guys the installation on that. So let's get to putting this together. Okay, we got our 11mm bolt here. Got the ratchet set. It's pretty simple. Obviously the wiring is going to be in the way a little bit, but we're just going to finger put this bolt through here. Finger tighten it first. Probably start at the end and we can slide up later when we get the bolt or the bracket on the truck. Okay, it's finger tight right there. So let's tighten it. It's somewhat loose so we can adjust this, but that looks pretty good. And let's do the other side. Go here and finger tighten this. All right, it's under pretty good. So here's how it's going to look. Here it is. So obviously, this light bar is going to be more flush with these right here because this goes in the center part of the grill. Currently where the grill tabs go, you clip off the 4 tabs. These go in its place with the hardware that John supplied for his bracket. So let's put all this away and get out to the truck and install it. Okay guys, well here we are outside. We got to take this off, and the center grill piece. Got our little pry tool here so we don't scratch anything up. There we go. Came right out, no damage. Popped out, no problem. And there we go. Gotta take these clips off though, because we're gonna have to remove these 4 tabs after we put the light bar back in here. Okay, we got the grill off now. So now we're gonna retrofit this bracket. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna make sure all this stuff is even. So I have to move this and loosen this up a little bit here. Okay, so this one, as you can see, is now flush with the light. You can see my auxiliary lights on there also. Now we gotta tighten the one on. Okay, both of them are pretty well flush. Not too much play. Now let's get them on the truck. Here. Let's test fit that with okay, so now I know that the lights out here are not going to work on the outside, so I'm just going to have to put them behind the bracket. So we'll be right back. Okay, update. We're going to have to put the lights on later because I don't think they're going to fit even behind it. So we're going to install the light bar now without the auxiliary lights on there and see how it looks. Okay, so that's what it looks like without the grill and everything on. Obviously, I'm gonna aim this a little bit differently, and actually, I got it flipped upside down. See that? That's funny. All right, I gotta turn it upside down. Be right back. Okay, so we have it right side up now and aimed the way we want it. Now we gotta tighten all 4 of these bolts, run this wire up through the bumper, and put the grills back on. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Take a look at that. Nice close up. Now, time to maneuver this wiring up through here. We got to get our wiring harness so we can get it up through all of the here. Get the wiring up through the bumper and into our switches. It's coming up next. Okay, we got the Dremel out. We're gonna do this first because I think we're gonna finish the wiring tomorrow because it's getting late in the day and I got dinner plans. So we're gonna Dremel the 4 tabs here, 4 tabs here, 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 and here off flush, so we can then put the grill back on. And there you have it. I don't know if it's easy to see, but it's flush, nice and flush here. We're gonna sand that down and then reinstall it, and we'll do the wiring tomorrow. All right, guys, well, it's the next day. A little cloudy and overcast, but let's get this thing hooked up and test it out. Okay, back over to the iPhone here to run the wires from up here in the engine bay down. We're gonna remove this guard here. Also, we're hooking up to the amber backlight for the light bar. So we're gonna get to that now and hook up the wiring. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We won't have to unhook all of it. We got access to the wiring we got to hook to, and then run the wires where we got to run them. Okay, so here we have our SPV backup power harness. So after reading the instructions and getting some advice from them, this piece hooks into here and the other piece hooks into here. So that's how we're going to work this. click in there, and then we're going to click in that part there, and we're done. And like I said, we're going to tuck this down in here so it's out of the way, and run the wire here. Okay, here is the harness for the light bar. This hooks into the light bar. White plug goes into the backlight harness, which I just did. Red obviously is power, and we've got black for ground. So we're gonna get that hooked up now. Okay. Okay, so we ran it down. It's probably gonna be hard to see, down in this hole here, all the way down through the bumper, and we came out right here, and we're gonna hook it right to the light bar harness, which is right here. Okay, now they suggested, because the flaps are back here, the active shutters I should say, to zip tie the cable, which I'm going to do so it doesn't get in any way. Zip tied and snipped. Okay, so now we're going to hook the light bar up. And now, before we put everything back, we're going to go up top and get the power hooked up. Okay, I know this kind of looks like a jumbled up whole mess, but I did buy this extension set with the plugs on it that hook into all the auxiliary lights from SPV Parts. They're individually numbered. I'm not sure if you can see that's number 3. So I already hooked the backlight up to the white. The red's going to get hooked up to here, just like this. Boom. And then got to make this all look nice, which I won't bore you with. Okay, so as you can see, this is if you want to plug it in. I'm just going to use the terminal circle and just ground it right here. Let's get this tightened down, and then we can test the light. All right, that's nice and tight. Get some of this wiring shoved back down in here. Should be okay with that. All right, let's test the light out. All right, let's test it. Ooh, there you go. Brought the keys near, the backlight works. That's looking pretty good. That means she's hooked up. Let's go hit the switch. I know it's hard to tell on camera, but that thing is bright. Well, maybe you can tell on camera, but that thing is bright. Okay, let's get all our grills and covers put back on here. And there we have it. Light grill installed. Baja Designs. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Lots more Raptor content to come. I appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next episode.